is finally coming around. I personally have not read more than 5 chapters of Steel Ball Run. That is only because of the websites that it was on. I was trying to watch it on certain, like read it on certain websites, and I was so having so much trouble because like the actual like background of those things has so many like spamware, malware websites and everything under that, which is redirects you to something else. And I was like, I can't keep doing this. So I tried. I found maybe like the first chapter on a legit website, but all it had was the first chapter, and after that, it didn't have anything else. Now knowing I could probably find it on Reddit somewhere or something like that. But Steel Ball Run is coming, so I am gonna have to gear up to read Steel Ball Run, in anticipation to Steel Ball Run the anime. Um, so April 12th, 2025, JoJo Day. April 12th, of course. We're gonna get some news on it, so I'm wondering and curious to see what they're gonna actually put into the works and how they're gonna express it and everything like that. The poster leading up to JoJo Day is fire though. Like all the JoJos on the front is a dope thing. So Steel Ball Run is gonna be so fucking fire because we finna get some peakness, yo. Like we finna get Gyro, Johnny, dude, Valentine. We finna get some dope stuff. So I'm excited to see Steel Ball Run, and I will be watching it. And probably gonna be a Netflix exclusive, like everything else has been a Netflix exclusive. So that'd be pretty cool because I have Netflix, so that'd be dope. Code Geass is making a comeback. And by a comeback, I mean the same kind of spinoff as Dragon Ball Daima. We'll be talking about that on the list too, so stay tuned. But Code Geass is going to be doing spinoffs of the actual series, so that's gonna be something interesting to see. Currently, I have not finished Code Geass. I am like right in the middle of it, but I took a break from it because I had to watch a couple previous episodes to figure out where I exactly was, and now I know where I'm at. So now I'm back to the spot that I was at. I just got drawn into a couple other animes that we have on this list, but Code Geass was something I'll work back into my rotation. I'll watch an episode here and there to get back in there. But I'm actually excited and interested to see the spin-offs that they're gonna have of Code Geass. I wonder, is it gonna be like a Rohan spin-off of how JoJo is, or is it gonna be an actual, just whole entire world outside of the rebellion? And if they're gonna do a spin-off that way, it's just a very exciting thing to come across. I know a lot of animes are coming like that and revamping them because seeing the actual popular success of Ocean anime that have just been relevant and carrying the forefront to this point in time, that why wouldn't you do that? It's like a missed opportunity to not do something like that. And Konosuba is coming out with an OVA. They had the trailer already, but they're gonna come out Sadly, I've had so many issues with Hulu in the past with my own bank that I have not bought Hulu yet. But I'm gonna have to buckle down and maybe get Disney Plus. My friend was telling me that it's on Disney Plus too, so I have to check that out because I'm really behind on the episode. I finished the entire Bleach series. I read it all. So I know what's gonna happen. But the animation is so fire in Bleach. This is what we've been waiting for so long. So I would be a fool to not indulge in this. So I'm definitely gonna do that. I have a lot of binging to do, which I love that because I don't have to worry about anything and I get to watch it. So I definitely will do that in the coming day. Why not? Probably do it today. Because I need to get on that Bleach. I need to, for real. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. I finished Demon Slayer reading it. This is the part of Demon Slayer that I was waiting for. So I am going to be watching this part of Demon Slayer religiously. A lot of the Demon Slayer I didn't watch. I was just really not interested in those parts. I read them, they were amazing. Just animated wise, I wasn't wanting to wait week to week to see certain parts. Like it wasn't a really big deal to me. Like I said, leading up to the Infinity Castle, I'll probably dibble and dabble into Demon Slayer, the episodes catching up to that point. But the Infinity Castle was what I've been waiting for. This part of it, Demon Slayer, is going to capture so much attention, and it's going to be so action-packed that I can't wait for this part. So the Infinity Castle is going to be super fire, and the animation never lets you down. So I know Mappa's going to kill it with this. So I'm definitely going to be tuned in Infinity Castle. Dragon Ball Dama. This is a conversation that I didn't even really know about for the most part until my friend told me. Shout out Jalen. He was telling me about how they came up with a new actual like villain named Majin Buu. Not Majin Buu, but Majin Buu. So I like the premise of Dragon Ball Dama. I have not watched the episode yet, but I like the premise of them being small. A lot of people always get on me about this, and I think I've said this before on this channel, but my favorite part of Dragon Ball is Dragon Ball GT. I love Dragon Ball GT, and my friend, we were talking about this before. He said, I don't love GT. He said, you don't love GT. You love Super Saiyan 4, which he is not wrong. But the reason why I say I love GT and it's my favorite part is because I like the premise that it's not canon. So it was something I could separate from. And when I was growing up, I would watch certain episodes of Dragon Ball. I wouldn't catch them live. GT was the first series that I watched from the start to the end, and I seen every single one air. So I like GT. Like maybe not seeing everyone air, but I remember watching GT from the beginning all the way through. I can't say the same thing about Dragon Ball. I know the key points. Everybody knows the key parts of Dragon Ball, but I feel like there will be a lot of parts that I will sit down and watch. Like, oh, I didn't know this happened in Dragon Ball. See, by the way, I didn't know this happened in Dragon Ball Z. If I sat down and watched it, I can say that about GT. And I had every single GT game, so I like GT. And of course, everybody's sentimental moments go on. When he transformed to fight Cell, mine was when Goku transformed to Super Saiyan 4. That's the coolest form to me. Super Saiyan 4 is the best form. So I just love GT. But my friends say, you don't love GT. I love GT. I do. So Majin Buu, interesting. He looked weird. So that just gives me a more premise to tap into it. I know they're transforming and everything like that. I'm interested because I like when they're small like that. I think that's pretty cool. That was the whole premise of GT. I like that too for Goku. So I'll definitely check out Dragon Ball Dama because it's freaking Dragon Ball. Why not? Fire Force Season 3. So Fire Force Season 3 coming around. I think I'm like 2 episodes or 3 or 4 episodes being done with Fire Force. So I should knock those 4 episodes out. I know the hacks that Shinra and his brother has are insane. Being able to like pass time, like you can get down a rabbit hole of that stuff. So I'm interested to have a conversation with y'all once I finish Fire Force and seeing how that stacks up because actually it's super crazy. So we're gonna have to finish that and then come back to this conversation of Fire Force and see where we stand before Season 3 comes out. This was another surprising one. I don't know if y'all can say the same. Let me know down below. But Dead by Daylight is a game that I watch here and there. I actually enjoy watching that game. I don't like playing it at all, but I actually enjoy watching it. And now I'm gonna enjoy really scared of Junji Ito's work. That man scared the hell out of me. But I'm interested to see what Dead by Daylight's gonna do with that. So that's gonna be something I definitely like. I'm gonna check into because I like watching Dead by Daylight videos before I go to bed or just chilling in the background. So that'll be definitely dope to see how those work out. Because Junji Ito never disappoints, and Dead by Daylight always does good collabs. Always interested how they're gonna do the Chucky thing, and I liked how they did that. They had a super unique approach to that. So I'm super excited and interested to see what they do with Junji Ito. Kakurobachi anime coming soon. Kakurobachi's anime is coming soon. I don't know why I said it like that, but that was a series that I fell off for me. Not great series. I just stopped reading it. I started reading a lot of series. I overloaded myself. I was reading way too many series at one time, so I burned out. But Kakurobachi was a series that I did go back to a couple weeks ago, and I read a couple more chapters. I am excited for this anime. Like, I think this is gonna be one of those other animes that is going to really capture eyes. I can't say any further words of it. It's very interesting, and I know how far they are now. That I wonder how it stacks up now. But when I first read Kakurobachi, it's splendid chef kiss of an anime, and I liked how it stacked up. I liked how it explained everything. I like how everybody had unique powers. Like, the power system was pretty cool. So I'm wondering to see how they're gonna animate it, because anime is only getting better as we go on, and I just can't wait to actually see what this anime is like on a big screen. And this one makes me want to, Kakurobachi for sure makes me want to go back and read some more. So I think I'll have to pay that a visit because it's just up there for me. I like it. It's one of my most anticipated new animes, with new mangas out there that I want to see animated. And Dandadan, of course, it wouldn't be an anime video if I didn't put Dandadan on here up to this current point. Today is Thursday, so it's Dandadan Thursday. Episode will come out at noon, so I probably will watch that before I go to work. But I'm liking Dandadan. Dandadan was a series that I discovered on Shonen Jump at the very beginning. I was not drawn to it. I marked it on my read list. I never read it, and I've talked about this before. When anime's opening is fire, the show is going to be fire. That's how I felt about it. The anime is like the warm up to the show, and Dandadan's opening, oh my god, it's so gas. Every time I hear it, it's so fire. It's one of those openings that, like, even when they do season 2, don't change it. Just have it roll through the entire show, like a Hunter x Hunter. It's classic. Just let it roll through. Just let it roll through, because that fits so well, and I love it. The premise of Dandadan, everything. I love everything about Dandadan. It's super interesting. I like where it's going. I like how enjoyable it is. And like I said, it makes me want to get back into reading Dandadan. It's to the point so good that I don't even want to read further because I don't want to spoil it for myself. So I'm gonna have to jump out of that spot and just either just read ahead and then watch it animated. But I enjoy Dandadan. I definitely do. It's not one of those that's falling off for me. Some people like was on the hype train and it falls off. You know, certain animes do that. Not for me. Dandadan is one of those shows that I'm riding into the sunset. I've enjoyed every single anime and every single episode of Dandadan up to this point, and I can't say any other good stuff about it. Next up, Dead Blade. So that was an anime that I watched a long time ago. I'm currently watching it. I'm very much enjoying this show. No spoilers if you know anything about this show. They're all keying in on this one person and this one premise of who set Poe show said no cap. But I love Deathplay. It's a really good show. I like the dark aesthetic and suspense of it. I'm in the second half of the show, like I said, so now I'm getting the second opening. The first opening is so dope to me. So dope. I add those dope openings to my playlist. So that's definitely on my playlist. But once I make one of these videos, we'll come back to it because I'll be done with Deathplay, and I'll let y'all know my final thoughts of it all. Let me say this now. It's not even on my list. I'm gonna say it now though. Not Assassination Classroom of the Elite. I don't know why that just popped into my head. Oh, I know why. It makes me think about that one part where that girl was super nice and she was like evil kicking shit. She was losing her mind. I'll never forget that part. I was like, yo, this girl is wicked. Like, what the heck? I don't know why that popped in my head, but I need to go back and watch Classroom of the Elite. It just like was up and down for me. But I did like how it ended when they were on the island and everything. I thought that was super cool. So definitely gotta go check that out. This might be one of my new favorite animes. It's the whole anime, but I finally got around to watching it. How'd you know Ebo? Ebo. I'm only a couple episodes in, but yo, such an inspirational, motivational anime to get me up moving. Like I've been working out and everything like that, and I love. I'm not a casual, more of a little bit higher of a casual boxing fan. So watching this really gets me going. It gets me motivated. It's funny enough that I'm watching the show at the same time that I'm getting back into my routines, and I feel like me and Ippo are really training together. So I like that's such a dope feeling. But I love this show, and it's so good, like so motivational to me. So I watch it. I'm gonna keep pushing through it and watching it because I like it a lot. And it's one of those that you gotta get underneath. It's one of those you gotta get underneath your belt. You have to. And that boy Ebo, he's got my support. I know this is gonna be one heck of a roller coaster for me up and down when watching this. Next, how heavy are the dumbbells you weigh? This is a prime example of one of the shows where a lot of people are like, why do you watch anime? What does it do for you? This is a show that does a lot for people. How heavy are the dumbbells you weigh is probably the most informational and beneficial anime that I've ever watched. If you know any more like that are in that same category, drop them down below because I would definitely like to watch animes like that. Probably this one and Steins Gate. Those two have some of the most realist effects to it, as well as Shades of Full Metal Alchemist with the alchemy and everything like that. But how heavy the dumbbell you weigh, the exercise they give you at the beginning of the show, how they let you understand the exercise, what muscle groups they hit, and they make it in such a fun way. I like this show. This is a show that I could watch on replay values. The opening, once again, if the opening is fire, you know the show's gonna be fire. Same thing with the closing. But such a fire thing. So this is something I always will push for anybody. If you want something kind of just stepped off the scale and you want to try something new, watch how heavy the dumbbells you weigh. Such a dope show because you can work out to it and you're actually watching anime. It's fire. You get the best of both worlds. So I like that a lot. And lastly, Blue Lock. So I was reading a little bit of extra Blue Lock. I stopped though because I was just so engulfed in Blue Lock that I had to stop. So 2 episodes came out. Now that I forgot his name. Crazy guy. He's now on Rin's brother's team, and literally they're using him as a weapon. I already know he's scarred and everything like that, but Blue Lock is ramping up, and Blue Lock versus U20 is such an amazing, exciting part that is something that you possibly like you can't skip. Like I think it's such a dope thing that they're bringing this together, and I definitely Blue Lock, one of my favorites. Like I was heavy on Blue Lock before it came out. Like even on my old channel, I was hyped talking about Blue Lock before it came out, and it has not disappointed me at all. So I'm going to constantly keep on watching Blue Lock and getting ahead on these animes, getting ahead on these mangas before the animes come out because why not? I pay for Shonen Jump, so I might as well use it. But yeah, that's been the end of this video. I hope y'all liked. awesome